everybody, this is the Wikström, and on special popular demand, he's back, the Lundberg. Yes. And we are here to talk about a thing that we hold very dear to our hearts, Valerian and
Valerian.
See, and 2017, the movie came out based on this one,
yes, it's the second movie based on one of these books.
What?
Yes, because earlier in their career, these two gentlemen had sent one of their albums to the
Luc Besson.
To Luc Besson.
Yeah.
About a man in a flying car. And this movie, a little bit later, they saw a movie called The Fifth Element, where he had stolen everything. So this is sort of making up for this. That he actually makes a Valerian movie for real this time, not stolen.
Yes, and I didn't know that they were going to do this. I saw the trailer for this one, and I still didn't know that they were going to do a movie based upon Valerian and Laurelin.
Partly because in Swedish it's called Linda and Valentin, so it's a different title in Swedish. Also, you have a full title in Swedish, of course, not just Valerian.
No. But that wasn't the main case. The main case is because that casting is very important in movies. And how was this casting done in this movie, you would say?
It might be the most horrifying casting of the year. Especially considering that the environments in the movie and everything is so spot on. And the casting is so spot off.
Yeah. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. This is Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. It is the 28th century or something like that, and we have these huge stations where, you know, all cities and planets are gathered together and stuff like that. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, it's very much point central. As I said before, all the environments and all the cities and all the sceneries is very much spot on. I actually have the comic book it's based on here, the Swedish version, and when it comes to all the scenery around it and most of the plot, it actually follows it pretty much exactly.
Yeah, so there's crisis, and was it Valerian that was captured, or was it Laurelin?
No, that is the main smidgen of a departure. In the original, it's Valerian that's captured and the heroine that has to rescue her, because that's kind of what the comic book is all about.
Yes, but so it is a pretty fun and pretty nice sci-fi adventure. It has fantastic sceneries, it has fantastic special effects, it has great attention to details, but
the casting, I might have mentioned it 3 times already, but it's horrifying.
Yes, the woman who plays Laurelin, she's just one of the latest in these the skinny bitches with attitudes that Luc Besson has been making for 25 years or something like that.
Yes, Cara Delevingne, she's horrifyingly super bad, but she's not actually good either.
No, but she isn't the worst offender in this one. My word, Valerian, what have they done to you?
In this movie, Valerian is played by someone who I assume is a 14-year-old boy with attitude.
Yes, I think he was in Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He was playing Harry Osborn.
The guy who plays Valerian is horrifyingly bad.
I agree. He just comes off as so off, and the woman who plays Laurelin, she couldn't drag his carcasses over the finish line. She isn't good enough for that, and the chemistry between them is completely non-existing. We're talking Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, bad chemistry between them.
Yes, plus Cara Delevingne in real life likes women.
Would you recommend this to people who like the comics, or would you recommend this one to people who like sci-fi movies?
I would probably say comics, because the actual story is okay, and the scenery and all the environments is great. It's you can sort of see everything come alive that you read in the comic books. So you just have to sort of tune out every time Valerian comes on stage, which is most of the time.
Unfortunately, yes. And also, for some reason, we have time for a 5-minute PG-13 Rihanna strip number. I mean, I don't really complain about it, just wonder if we have time for it. As a sci-fi movie, I say it is pretty good, because the scope of it is so good, and the intention of it was so good, but I think it was wrong man, wrong casting, but it had all the right ingredients. They just didn't bake the correct bread with it.
Yes, it's one of those odd movies, which might have been good if it wasn't for the people in the movie, which is a bit of a downer, I'd say.
The plot isn't super spectacular, but it has a lot of interesting parts to it, and there's a lot of very colorful characters, and it has a lot of very interesting things going on, and it's just too bad they couldn't really land this one.
Yes, it is. Because actually, it's kind of the third Valerian movie.
What?
Yes. Because the whole ship and most of the story was also stolen by a man called George Lucas, who actually stole most of the plot to the Star Wars movies from one of the earlier albums. You have this whole plot with someone in a mask who turns out to be horribly scarred underneath, and the ship they're flying resembles the Millennium Falcon very much. At one point, Valerian basically gets frozen into carbonite and has to be rescued by Laura Lynn. So he also kind of stole everything. Also, he was a big admirer, so he more or less credited him.
Well, that's good. But as I said, he's the expert. I am the novice when it comes to Valerian and Laura Lynn. Although I think this is a very good sci-fi movie as a total, the rating cannot be higher than 55, mostly because of the horrifyingly botched casting of this one, but I still think it is a movie worth seeing.
Kind of agree. I'll buy that.
I gotta tell you, one of the reasons why I became very intrigued with Valerian and Laura Lynn when I was a kid was we had this. I found this book, and the fact was it had boobs in it, so that was one of the main reasons I got interested into it. Even though it's a kind of weird to admit, but that was it anyway.
It's also worth mentioning that there is like 20 albums, and this is one panel.
Yeah. But
it was a different time before the internet when boobs were hard to find.
Indeed. I think that's it for today. I'll see you next time from, well, so-and-so reviewing, well, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.